Here's a little baitcaster tip. Everybody always says that these things are a nightmare. The best way to learn them is on a big tackle like this. So the question always is well, how do I get these? How do I prevent the bird's nest? And if you're using one of these for the first time, likely thing is, without knowing what you're doing, you're probably gonna bird's nest this thing. Baitcaster is basically made up of these components. You got obviously the handle. On this side over here is the bait clicker. Right here is the reel engage. This is the drag, at least on this particular reel. And this is the spool tension. So understanding, taking a little bit of time to experiment and understand will pay massive dividends in learning to use one of these. Basically, the lever, when you pull the lever back like this, it allows the line off in order to cast or to drop vertical. Some of them have an automatic engage to where when you're done casting, you don't have to flip this up in order to re-engage everything. You just basically turn it a crank and it'll engage on its own. These do not have that. The bait clicker, you know, over here, when you have it on free spool, you turn that bait clicker, that allows you to hear if a fish is taking it, or there's different reasons to use those. But anyway, the general thing to remember is you got your drag over here, and this is the most critical part of your learning to make the most of one of these. Basically what you want to do is you want to have your rig set up with the weight of your bait on there, and what you're going to do is you're going to tighten this thing down. You're going to free spool it, and see, if I have it too tight it won't drop. And so you're basically going to loosen this just ever so slightly. So you're right there, it's starting to turn. And oh, seeing I did it too much. Basically what you want to do is you want to have that to where when you turn it off, that weight will fall to the ground like that. And the moment it does, it stops. If you have it too loose and that weight hits the bottom, it'll continue to run, and your line's going to go like crazy. So if you get that tension set to where basically when you let that off, it falls nice and gently to the ground and stops, you've got it just about right, especially for these big things. In order to cast it, you're going to keep your thumb on here, thumb on the line. You're going to open it up. You're going to go ahead and cast, but as you cast, you're going to, as that line's coming out, you're just going to keep your thumb ever so gently against it, and then just before it hits the water or the place you want it to go, you want to kind of break your thumb down on it. And it takes a little bit of feel getting used to it. But just like that, boop. See, no bird's nesting. It works really, really well.